is now. All numbers are in for the November 6 elections. These are for the Senate and governor's races. Here are the numbers as of the noon deadline today. With 100% of precincts reporting, Republican Rick Scott leads Democrat Bill Nelson in the Senate race by a very thin margin. Scott is up by around 12,500 votes. That's within 0.15%. The Secretary of State has now called a recount. In the race for governor, Republican Ron DeSantis leads Democrat Andrew Gillum by more than 33,000 votes. This is within 0.41% of the vote that should trigger a machine recount. Again, we are waiting for official confirmation on that from the Secretary of State. Now, here would be the timeline, what it looks like. Palm Beach County plans to be ready for a recount starting this afternoon. St. Lucie and Indian River counties by either tomorrow or right after a recount order is issued. Martin County by Monday and Okeechobee County by Tuesday. All recounts have to be finished by November 20th. A lot of moving parts in this story. Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections has submitted a list of ballots to the state. And WPTV News Channel 5's Amy Littman is live inside the tabulation center in Riviera Beach with the update. Amy, what can you tell us?
Tori, they've been preparing behind me here at the tabulation center for a couple of hours for this possible recount. They've been sorting through ballots. We don't know exactly what they are doing to sort through those ballots to prepare for this. However, I do know they've been preparing for it, and the canvassing board is set to meet at 2 o'clock. That's coming up here in a little while, and they're set to continue to meet while this recount process is going on. So while all of this happens across the state in terms of recounts, here in Palm Beach County, there is another issue that's been at hand today and earlier days this week. Susan Booker, the supervisor of elections, was in court this morning for a hearing to extend a deadline to get ballots that were damaged or questionable ballots that were duplicated to the Rick Scott campaign. And that deadline was 10 a.m. today. At 8:30 a.m. we were all at a hearing about it. And during that time, the judge denied the reconsideration of that deadline. However, she did end up moving it to noon. Now, noon came and went today. There were attorneys for Rick Scott's campaign who were here watching things go on this morning before noon today. But I was told by Susan Booker that canvassing for those duplicates will be happening this afternoon. So we are unclear at this time exactly if that deadline was met. Now, Susan Booker did make it clear that to the judge that they weren't going to be able to meet that deadline because the process to get the Rick Scott campaign, everything they're asking for with those questionable ballots, would take 2 days. And now, of course, this is on top of the recount going on here as well. So there's a lot happening, and of course, we will continue to keep everyone updated on all of that. Reporting live in Riviera Beach, Amy Littman, WPTV News Channel 5.
So, Amy, I know it's difficult to get information when you're in there. There are barriers to information as well. But have you been able to talk to Susan Booker about the next steps? Is this going to be a 24/7 operation for the next few days, or any word on how long this might take? I mean, that's a lot to recount.
I haven't, Tori. I haven't been able to talk to her in length. She says that she's really busy when we approach her with questions. So she did tell me earlier that some of the procedures that they were doing were to fix some kind of record issue in preparation for a recount, and that they would be canvassing those duplicates later today. But I haven't heard any timeline in terms of what they're going to do to get all of these ballots recounted, in addition to meeting what the court has set forth for them in terms of that lawsuit from the Rick Scott campaign.
All right. Thanks so much, Amy. So obviously we will be there at the tabulation center, staying on top of all of this news. There are different facets to this story, so make sure to stick with us. Also, download the WPTV News app to get breaking news updates sent right to your phone. Our app is free to download. Of course, we will have much more coverage coming up tonight on WPTV News Channel 5 at 6, and always on WPTV.com. Have a great day.